means a lot, and it's a fun tournament.
You've had extensive experience in these world championships and things like that, international play. Just what do you like most about that?
I think anytime you put on your national team jersey and get to play for your country, it's always an honor, and something that I think a lot of guys take a lot of pride in. So it's always exciting, and then obviously playing with guys you normally don't, and what comes with that.
A lot of high-profile players going to play important minutes for their teams. Is it the offset there that you're not going very far? I mean, as far as you're going to come right back for the stretch run.
Yeah, for sure, you can look at it different ways. I think it all depends on kind of what mindset you're going with it. I think it's going to be an energy boost playing those type of games in those type of environments. No rust to dust off when we get back.
I know you've done it before, but is it still a little weird seeing when you're going against a teammate, a line mate?
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, we've talked about it a little bit. Obviously, we're very good friends off the ice, so first time playing against each other will be a little special. We've joked around a little bit, but it's going to be fun seeing it.
Imagine it's even more bizarre to have that happen during the middle of the season as opposed to at the end of the year in the World Championships.
Yeah, you go from hanging out every day, playing with each other, to all of a sudden playing against each other in a big stage like that, where it's a lot of emotions involved and a high compete level. So it'll be fun. I don't know what I'll do if I see him in the corner next to me, but it'll be a good time.
Any of that intensity coming in practice yet, or?
No.
You're waiting until the Four Nations face off.
Yeah, it's tough to get it out on each other. We play with each other, so that would be a little off maybe. But no, we got a game tomorrow, a big one against Tampa, and I think that's where everyone's mindset at right now. And then whatever comes next, we'll take after that.
Go ahead.
How much importance do you put on a game like Tampa? Because one more and you get an 8-game winning streak heading into the break with a lot of momentum. Does this one carry any more importance than maybe any of the others that have come before?
All of them are important. Obviously, against a divisional opponent, it always means more, especially the way that the standings are right now. But at the same time, I think it's for us. We need to play our game, play the way we've been doing for the last 7 games, and just keep building off of that, keep getting momentum from it.
Mo played his 300th game the other night. Just talk about his progress since you've been here.
Yeah.
Not only what everybody else sees on the ice, but just behind the scenes, leadership-wise, his voice on the bench. I think Patrick Kane was mentioning something about how he was really firing up the team on the bench the other night. Just what have you seen in that regard from him?
Yeah, I feel like Mo keeps taking steps, every year. And he's obviously a big part of our team, and not just on the ice or in the locker room, off the ice. Just learning things about yourself, how to be prepared. I think he does that very well, and it's fun to see.
Obviously, you and Larks will be at Four Nations, but the rest of these guys will have a little bit of a breather before getting back to practices and the games. How do you focus on getting that rest back and just taking care of your body when you'll be out there and they're resting for a little? How do you balance that?
It's tough, right? Like, I've never been in that type of situation before. Like I said, I feel like it's a lot of mindset, how you look at it. For me, I think it's going to be an energy boost, obviously, playing those type of games in that environment. So I'm just excited. I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be a great time for us players and fans. And, excited to get back to work after.
What's going to be the key to win that tournament? Just how quickly you guys come together as whichever team comes quickly together, basically? Or?
Yeah, I wish I knew the key. It would be good to know, but I think it's good players in every position on every team. So I think it's going to be small margins, small details that matter, and the right team get hot at the right time.
Talk about the Four Nations here. You have extensive international experience. What do you like most about just playing for the country and environments like that?
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. It's going to be a great hockey experience for myself, all the guys on the team, and our families. And I think anytime I've played for USA. It's been special. Kind of comes full circle for myself, and first big tournament. Well, not the first, but World Juniors was in Montreal, and I guess it was the first experience of playing in an NHL rink and in front of a lot of fans. And I still remember that New Year's Eve game against Canada, and to go back there in a best on best as an NHL player and play in that building, it's going to be really special and something I'm really looking forward to.
I know you've faced teammates before in such situations, but a line mate now in Lucas, what's that going to be like?
Yeah, it'll be fun. Obviously he's having a heck of a year. He means so much to our team, and I think he'll have some. Proceed with caution with him, but we want to win, and you want to play well. But he's my buddy, and you look out for him and smile. But again, that being in Boston, that'll be another great atmosphere. And I will say I am excited to have a home game in Boston. It's usually one of the toughest buildings to play on the road. It'll be nice to have those fans on our side.
Hey, Dylan, how much, let's face it, in the back of your mind, and for a lot of you guys, how much is Johnny Gaudreau going to be in the back of your mind? Is that going to be something you guys, is that another motivator, so to speak, for just playing for him and stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime I think the last 3 USA World Championships I played in, it was with Johnny, and obviously last year I wanted to go to play with him. He was probably one of the big reasons. They had a really good team going over there, and he called me and said, let's play one more, and we're getting to a different stage in our lives where with kids, and so it was hard not to be there and have to sit at home and have surgery, and there's a lot of guys there. I guess what I was trying to say is it's going to be weird with him not there, and the staff, everyone knows him, all the guys have played with him, whether with their clubs or with USA, and I know last year's World Championships he went there to try and bounce back from the season in Columbus and try and make that team, and he had a great tournament. He ended up all-time leader in points and for USA Hockey, which is an unbelievable accomplishment, and just his dedication to his country and to USA Hockey. So it's going to be hard and definitely a motivator. Hopefully, I think there's probably going to be a jersey, a stall for him, and I think that'd be the right thing to do.
Dylan, for the league to not have an All-Star game right now and to stop down and make such a rare occasion to put this Four Nations tournament together, it's safe to say you understand the magnitude of this and maybe already have it circled as a career highlight? Yeah,
I do. I think it's just an unbelievable opportunity, and I got to play in the World Cup, but that was a little bit different, not representing a country, and it was still a great experience. A lot of guys that are representing their countries now are on that team and going to be big parts of their countries. So to have this NHL set aside in season time, it's a very big deal, and I expect it to be a war. I listened to John Cooper right after the teams were announced. He was on either TNT or ESPN, and he said it's going to be 4 Game 7s, and he's very right about that, and something I'm very excited for.
We've had players talk for years about wanting best on best. What makes it so special as a player to have that kind of event?
Well, to be honest with you, I haven't really been. I got to do it at the World Cup of Hockey in 2016, but I haven't been able to do it to represent my country. So I think just the fact that it is the best players all in one spot, and it's you're playing against the best, and you're playing with the best, and I'm excited to play with those guys, and I'll let you know after how it goes.
Do you think you guys are the favorites going into this thing?
I don't. It's a strange, obviously just a Four Nations, right? I've played in Four Nations going back to the NTDP, and it's a quick tournament, and you gotta win. It's 50% chance you're gonna go into the last game, and it's gonna be strange, but I think we have a really good team. I know we have a good team on paper. We have good goaltending, and it's just some unbelievable players. So I'm excited just to do anything I can to help that team win.
How much better do you feel going into this, given how things have gone in here for the past, since Christmas?
A lot better. I think that with how we're playing and how our line's playing, it was before Christmas. I remember thinking just trying to get there, let's grind mentally to get there and something to look forward to. But the way the guys have responded post Christmas and the way things are going, you almost don't want it to stop when you get on a roll like this. I think the break will be good for guys, but when we're playing this well, you almost want to keep it going and keep playing.
You've played a lot of hockey here. Does it feel like you guys are playing your best hockey since you've been a part of the Red Wings? I mean, the wins would say that.
Yeah, I think so. I think that, and I saw something the other day that, with the 2 7-game winning streaks, it's kind of been a tale of 2 different teams. And the first one was power play and a few guys really taking charge. And this last 7-game, the one we're on now, it's been by committee, and that feels sustainable. And we've been getting unbelievable goaltending, and we've been wearing teams down. And I haven't been able to say that for too many teams I've played on, but with the size, with Elmer coming in and Rass playing well, the size we have on the back end, I look at that LA game, really felt like we just it was a fast playoff style game, but we wore them down, and that's a big fast team as well.
Todd, you saw Tampa recently, obviously, and the way that game ended with the Kucherov-Rasmussen play. Is this game kind of so important now that you'd rather that not be addressed, or would you want to kind of see a response there?
Oh, I want to see us play a good, hard hockey game. Rass is fine. We can think about that all we want, but where we're at, what we've accomplished to this point, we need to keep moving the team forward. And the focus has to be on playing hard and playing a good 60 minutes. It takes everybody to beat them, and that's what our focus will be.
Hey, Todd, how do you keep them focused on that game, knowing that right afterward they're flying all over?
Yeah, I dislike the last and the first games coming out of all-star breaks or Christmas breaks or whatever, just because it can get away on you. 1 o'clock in the afternoon game, they're probably waking up in the morning and some of their wives got bags packed for the kids already and stuff like that. But we have a task in front of us, and we expect a lot from each other. So while there will be distractions and things that can pull you away from the game, expectations are high from player to player, from coach to player, and back and forth, that we give each other everything we have. So let's focus and get it done.
You've answered questions in this room and post-game, day after day, in the best way about how you guys have been able to do this. I wonder what it's been like on the streets at all, or at restaurants, or if you've been out at all with Red Wings fans, kind of patting you on the back or thanking you, or even asking you the same question.
Yeah, it's not when I go out, it's Trent Yanni and I. People probably think we're married. We've spent more time in the hotel together. So when we do go out, people do recognize us, and they talk about the team a little bit, but it's not unusual for me. I was in this community before and watched that happen, and we're fairly close to that border. We're up north. In Edmonton, you didn't go buy groceries unless it was at 6 in the morning, and if you're filling up your car, somebody wanted to help you with the power play. It was relentless there. Here it's a little warmer, let's put it that way.
You're going with Alex tomorrow, Lion?
I'm sorry?
Lion in net
Yeah.
tomorrow? And Comfer looks...
Looks good, yeah. again, I don't know if he came off of IR yet or not, but he looks good. I talked to him this morning. He feels good, so I don't see any reason why he doesn't play.
Are you looking forward to this break to get settled in?
Yeah, if packing up a moving truck and hauling it all the way out, here's a break. I wish we'd just keep on playing. I kind of like the workload I have here, but my wife is she's doing it right now, and she's been doing a lot on her own, so I owe it to her to get back there and help her. But once we get here, we'll get settled in and become home for us.
How much of a luxury is it just having two goalies going like they are? I know you've talked recently just about the importance of having two goalies instead of having one guy carry the load.
Yeah, I think it's essential, but often you have two goalies, one's maybe not playing as well, so you run the hot one and you try and get the other one playing again. And we're fortunate that both are playing well and contributing to the team's success. So and they play off each other, they both practice hard. We haven't had to go and rescue a goalie yet, I guess if I'm trying to find a word, like recover and rescue a goalie that maybe hasn't played well and overrun another one. So that makes the dual goaltender luxury even better.
With such strong goaltending during this winning streak, how have you seen the goaltenders kind of helping out the defense in front of them and vice versa during that run?
Well, I think game management skills for goaltenders are huge. And what I mean by that is understanding the momentum of a game, how tired maybe your team is, are you playing back-to-backs, can you slow it down, can you speed it up? And they can. It's like a catcher in baseball a little bit where he can dictate the tempo of a game. Yeah, I think that's huge. And both of these guys are veterans. They understand that part of the game. And then there's the goalie part, the saves, the rebounds, that type of stuff. But the game management's important.
What was your impression of Lucas from afar, and how has that changed?
Lucas
or not?
Raymond?
Yeah, or not since you've.
Well, I was, again, from being out west, you understand that this young man's a pretty good player. Just automatically where you go in the draft, that's an assumption that you make, but then you watch him play, and then you open up the stat book and you see where he stands, but you don't really pay a lot of attention to him unless you're pre-scouting him. Now that I've been here, everything's just reaffirmed, and you find out even more of the character, the drive that he plays with. His practice habits are really good, so he's getting better every day. He's not giving anything back. So it's been impressive.
What's made Dylan so effective in that bumper spot in the power play, and what does it take to be effective in that?
Well, you used the word bumper spot, and I think there's a difference between just being the bumper and moving around in that spot. And some individuals just be the bumper. It's really, sometimes it's just a useless piece, in my opinion. But if that so-called bumper spot is moving and it has trigger points and it has a shot and it has some pace and quickness to get to other spots, it can be a real effective tool. And Larks, in my opinion, does all of those things, so that's what makes him good.
Hey, Todd, you've coached some of those national teams. Like a tournament like next week, which in your experience, how do you bring a team together like that? I mean, how do they become a team?
Yeah, pride drives them. Okay, so nobody's going to show up and say, hey, you know what, I want to be the weak link on this team, or I'm going to ruffle feathers. You're not there long enough. So pride drives you, you accept your role, and I think that's really important, having pretty clear and concise roles, yet the flexibility to adapt. If it doesn't work, then the coaching staff has to find somebody else or something else for that player. But I think these tournaments are so big and so pressure-packed that they find ways to mesh and mold quite quickly. You always run on the fear of it being too cute. You put the best players together, and you may only need 2 passes to shoot in the net. Now you want to make 3. And how do you get the players to understand just simple hockey? Really skilled, talented, simple hockey. You don't have to overcook it. That was my experience. I don't know what it'll be like here. I don't know well, Coop's going to be here tomorrow, so you'll be able to ask him, what are his plans, but those are some of my past experiences.
Are you expecting a pretty competitive and emotional tournament here?
I would think so. If it isn't, the players have been asking for this for a long, long time. Fans have been asking for it, but particularly the players. And if you're asking for it, then you got to go and really perform. And I don't think that's going to be a problem. I think they're really going to play hard.
For guys like Larks and Razor who may not get that extended rest like some of the other guys, but is there a benefit to keeping rolling and playing and staying that hockey mindset?
There is, but it's taxing. You're now spending another 2 weeks on the road. We just came off a real long road trip. You wash your clothes and you're going to leave again right away. So you're going to spend 3.5 weeks on the road for our guys anyhow. And the intensity and the stress of that tournament's going to travel with them everywhere they go. And then they're going to come back and step right into the season again. They miss out on their bodies feeling better and all that type of stuff. But we'll find days for those two somewhere along the way to try and get them what they need.
You've been in this situation before as a head coach. Is there a delicate balance between guys who aren't playing in the tournament to say, stay engaged in some way while also taking care of yourself?
Well, I would have been more worried about them 10, 15 years ago, just letting themselves go. Like, I'm just going to lay on the beach and enjoy this for 10 days. Like, they actually enjoy training now and feeling good about themselves. Yeah, they're going to have a little bit of fun. They should. They've earned it. Mentally, I'd like them to turn their heads off. I want them to focus on their families, their kids, people that sacrifice for them during the year. Give their time back to them right now. And then when they get back here, we'll turn it back on, and we have 4 days of practice, be like a little mini training camp, and we'll get them back into it.
Thanks,
Okay.
Thank you.